Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and good morning. I hope you're all doing great. So we got some news coming through that I think is setting us up perfectly for a guaranteed void legendary champion event. So we're going to talk about a few of the things going on in game, some of the things to look forward to, and I want to know your predictions. What, if anything, do you think would be, or who do you think would be the next guaranteed void legendary champion? Obviously, Taras, right? I wish. But here we go. This coming weekend, we have this Friday, August 25th, we're planning to launch a 2x event to summon legendary champions from Sacred Shards. The 26th is a 2x chance to summon epic and legendary champions from Void Shards. And then the 27th, we have a 2x chance to summon champion or epic and legendary from Ancient Shards. So all the 2x events all piled in to that one weekend coming up, August 25th, 26th, and 27th. Each event will be active for 24 hours. Now, let's talk about why I think there's going to be a guaranteed Void Legendary coming up very soon. Well, today we have a 10x chance for Taras, one of the best Void Legendary champions in the game, one of the best Legendary champions in general. Massive, massive whale event, and really, if you have shards and relatively close to Mercy, you're probably going to be pulling for him. And I mean, if you have any care for PvP, you definitely are, but even if you have any care for really anything in the game, this champion is going to be amazing for you. And then tomorrow, we have a 10x chance for Marichka. Obviously, with the two best champions being back-to-back, it looks a little bit interesting as far as, hey, is Plarium planning something big coming very soon? They love to do that. They love to, whenever they have guaranteed events, they love to throw very enticing events to us to go ahead and get us to spin our shards so that once the guaranteed event rolls around, that we're pretty low on resources, of course, right? Now, what's another reason why I think this may happen? Well, the last guaranteed Void Legendary was Supreme Kale. That was way back in March. So March versus now was what, 5 months ago? And the previous guaranteed Void Legendary before Supreme Kale was Chagur, just like 2 months before. So actually, no, 1 month before. So we had several guaranteed Void Legendaries, but for a while now, we've had no guaranteed Void Legendaries. We've had a few guaranteed Void Epics, but no guaranteed Void Legendary. And the next thing that's kind of, makes me think that, yeah, we're definitely going to have one is the end of the quarter. It's coming up very soon. The fiscal quarters, financial quarters. So where Plarium says, hey, this is how much money we've made. Well, look at this. Q3, July 1st to September 30th. Well, if you look down here, it is currently August 23rd. We got about a month, a little bit over a month until the fiscal quarter ends. So Plarium is going to want to boost their numbers as much as they can, especially towards the end of the quarter. So what better way to do that than to give us a 10x event for Taras and Marichka, really entice people to spend their money, have the Prism Shards coming out, another fantastic way to get people to spend money, especially since they're extremely expensive. 80 for one pull, 20 bucks. I mean, ridiculous. It is very, very expensive. Great champions. So expensive plus great champions means better financial reports at the end of the quarter. And then we have like I said, the 10x going on right now. So really, it just seems logical that if they're going into a 2x event, that we're going to have a guaranteed event very soon after for ideally a Void Legendary champion. And another thing that really makes this all especially, peculiar, let's use that word again, is the recent release of this new champion. I mean, how often do they release a champion that's not given to the content creators on test server? Nobody's probably gotten her yet. Very, very few players have gotten her. She's released a day or two before the 10x for Taras and Marichka, and then the announcement for the 2x coming up, and then also very close to the end of the quarter 3. And she's a champion who's pretty solid, it seems like. Let's go check her out. So obviously, I'm kind of hinting towards, I'm thinking this could be a guaranteed champion. I've seen a few people say that as well. At first, I was like, no, I don't think so. But let's look at her kit. So the A1 ability, 30% chance of placing block active skills for 2 turns. Also, an 80% chance to steal 20% of the target's turn meter if already under block active skills. It's a pretty solid A1 ability. I like that. The A2, target an ally. If the target is not under sheep, places increased attack and 30% increased attack or increased crit rate buff and increased crit damage for 2 turns, then activates give an extra turn effect on a target ally. That's pretty awesome. So no sheep, buffs them up, gives them a turn. It's awesome. And then if the target ally is under sheep debuff, removes it from them. Nobody can remove sheep as far as at this moment in time. Nobody can remove sheep. So having a champion who can remove sheep is very, very cool. And then the A3 is like Arbiter on steroids. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 20%, and place a 30% increased speed on them for 2 turns. Actually, it's closer to like a Siphian Arbiter. We'll compare them in just a minute. Also has a 100% chance of decreasing turn meter of all enemies by 20% and placing a 30% decreased speed debuff on them for 2 turns. So kind of like Arbiter, Siphi, Lysandra, and then you throw in a decreased speed champion as well. This is incredible for turn meter manipulation. And then the passive increases this champion's accuracy equal to the amount of speed they have, which she has 110 base speed. Arbiter's turn meter boost, I believe, is a little bit higher at like 30%, I think. Maybe it's not, but that's a crazy skill. So yeah, hers is 30%. I think Siphi's is 15%. But doing a turn meter boost, turn meter decrease, increased speed, and a decreased speed, that has to be the best that I know of. Turn meter boosting. Actually, Siphi's is 10%. So that champion's is a decent amount better. That is fantastic. That is such a solid champion. Excellent for Hydra, I'd say. Just A3 alone. 4-turn cooldown is A2. Giving him buffs and some extra turns. I mean, if this goes to like the leader champion, you could have this going on to like a Newt or your damage dealer. Various different champions. This would be fantastic as well. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff this champion brings. Plus an aura of 30%. I mean, Arbiter is a champion who's given to us for free. They've had some pretty good Void legendaries, but I'd say for Void guarantees, this would be the best one. So we had Chagger. Chagger's good, but very niche. Supreme Kale, I wouldn't really pull for him. We have a few at Nia. We have Turvold, who's pretty good now, especially, but when we were pulling for him, it's kind of like a mixed bag. I did go for him, so I think he was worth it for some. We have Rio, very solid champion. Rio and Turvold are both used quite a bit in specific areas, but other than that, we haven't had like any that I know of. I could just be wrong. We haven't had any guaranteed Void legendaries who are like the same quality as the guaranteed affinity legendaries we had, like your Nekmothars, your Elva Autumnborn, your champions like that who are game changing. Like, I feel like this champion, if she was a guaranteed Void legendary, would be one of the champions who would highly entice people to buy shards compared to any of the other champions that they've done before. Now, maybe she's not the guaranteed Void legendary. Maybe we have one like, let's see, Lizardman. Maybe it's one like this, Sulfurion. Because I believe when Supreme Kale was released, it was soon after that he got his guaranteed event. So I'm just going based on the kind of the newer champions. Sulfurion is a very good champion, a champion who would entice some people to pull. Not as many, but still a very solid champion. We have various other Void legendary champions who also could entice people to pull, but everything's just adding up in a interesting, well, not to overuse the word, strange, curious, I don't know, something that, you know, makes me think, makes me go, maybe we're going to have a guaranteed Void legendary event. But guys, let me know down below. Do you think Krisk is going to be the guaranteed? It's not going to be Krisk. I can tell you right now, it's not going to be Krisk. That'd be crazy if it was. It's not going to be Taras. It's not going to be Marichka. But I feel like this champion is possibly viable. I mean, she's really good, though. That's the only thing that makes me think, like if it was no decreased speed here, I'd be like, okay, it's a pretty solid champion to go ahead and say, yeah, she's going to be the guaranteed Void legendary. But with the decreased speed, the decreased turn meter, the increased speed and the increased turn meter, all that stuff on this one skill, it's like almost too valuable for them to throw in as a guaranteed Void legendary. But once again, we're coming up on the end of Q3, September 30th. So next month, they're going to want that money coming in. So, hey, we could be looking at a very good guaranteed Void legendary. Now, how many Void shards do I think it would be? Well, if you look back, Rio was 90. Turvold was 80. We have Alil at 110. We have Chagger at 110. Supreme Kale at 110. So I would say she's at least 110. She may be more, maybe not. Matter of fact, how many shards do you get from this string? So 14 plus 22. I'm curious. Do y'all know how much this is? 14 plus 22 plus 34 plus 40 plus 34 plus 40. Wait a second. Are you telling me that the string pack they released coincidentally has, I bet you, this champion comes out 115 Void shard guaranteed? Because you need one shard to complete this, that would be cool. I mean, this pack's going to be expensive, but this really doesn't mean anything, to be honest. However, it is kind of strange how it's basically the exact same thing. It's exact same numbers. And we don't get very big Void shard packs like this very often. This is a big Void Shard pack. I know it's for Taras and Marichka, but maybe there's something more. But maybe there's more. We don't know. I have no clue. The main thing for this video is, hey, we got 10x for Taras and Marichka. We have a 2x event for every shard coming up this weekend, and we have possibly, it seems, primed perfectly for a guaranteed Void Legendary coming up very, very soon. We've had, actually, there may be even more than that. Because the last one for Ancients was in May. And then Sacreds was it really December? Has it been that long since we have a guaranteed champion from, a guaranteed legendary from Sacreds? Wow. So guys, I guess it's time to save all of our shards. Just stop opening stuff. Do not open anything else. Save all your shards. Unless you get Taras, then that's good, okay? Either way, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one.